Joseph, we always see you behind the camera, and I am so glad that we saw you in front of it, because that's where you belong as well, without a doubt. I never knew you were so funny, and I really, one suggestion is just always make sure when you're giving a humorous speech to ask somebody to count how many times the audience laughs, because it's really good feedback, and sometimes people laugh at times we didn't anticipate, and then you want to make sure you keep that, in your speech and deliver on that consistently. But really great job.
Great suggestion. Others? I know you want to. Has it been too long ago? All right, let's see. But I think I noted something for Joe. Oh, I wanted to comment on the straight face. It's always a struggle to me to know when you're giving humorous speech whether to show the audience that you think it's humorous or not. And we've talked about this a few times at our club. It's come up. And Joseph, I think you tried to keep the straight face, but then every so often you lost it. Which is actually funny also, because we sort of laugh along with you laughing and losing it. But you might want to sort of think about whether you want to try and give the straight face or acknowledge when you've said something particularly funny. I also noticed you sometimes when you were kind of waiting to see if we got it, you would look up and actually had more eye contact at that time, and then that was sort of our signal, oh yeah, the legs, and we would get the pun then. So nicely done, and something to think about for those humorous speeches. Anyone else? It's going to be at least one more. Okay, Lonnie's got it.
Giving all praises though, because I think you did such a fabulous job. And I told him during the break, I don't know how many of you would agree with it, but if you write few more stories like this, you could totally publish this for kids. I mean, I know my nephew and niece would love to read something like this, or have us read it to them when they come over. At least put it on a blog. Definitely a great story. And I completely agree with Carlos that if it is a presentation, think about how you can at least parts of it and deliver it, without the podium, without your speech.
Is that everyone? All right, one more. There we go. Good stuff.
I noticed one thing, that the starting of the speech was a little straight, as in we did not know what to expect. And as you started cracking those funny moments, I thought we were getting when we were all catching up with the jokes, and then you accelerated, and that was it went to a climax at the end. I thought I really appreciated the ramp up. So good job on that.
Now we're rolling.
This is something Sharon once told me. If you're going to read a speech, watch for the paper flip. So if you have 2 sheets of paper, I was advised to slide the first sheet off very cleverly so that there's no... That's just something I wanted to point out.
Good. I agree with what Carlos said about the voices. You have more opportunities for voices, different animals. In addition, you have almost a minute left over too. You can work with that. If it's a humorous speech, you can add opportunities, just cultural references, like who in this culture would you like to call a snail? Who would you like to compare to a centipede? There's some chances there to take some more risks and to see if you can appeal into your audience in another way too, not just tell a story.
So let's go. Joseph, you started off addressing Jenny as Madam Toastmasters, although she just won. You were talking about shipment of legs, and just wonderful alliteration over here. Looted legs, the last leg. I think that was just very, very clever.
Yeah.
Overall, his speech was a wordsmith's delight, because the horse trot, canters, and gallops. Various shady deals that the spider does. Still, this the sound very, very clever. You ended your speech saying, "Isn't it true that the god, all the god had to do, so the god was misplaced?" Overall, very clever speech. In Joseph and Elaine's speech, there was something about putting stuff on. So Joseph, you had try legs, and you want to say try on the legs.
Joseph was 638. Very good.